I have been firmly of the camp that Florian Wirtz to Liverpool is not going to happen. But then I did some research and now I'm just not so sure. Listen to this. Bayer Leverkusen have not sold a player to Bayern Munich in 21 years. In the 2002 offseason, after Bayer Leverkusen's heartbreaking treble horror season where they finished runners-up in the Bundesliga, DFB Pokal, and Champions League, the team sold midfielders Michael Ballack and Zé Roberto to Bayern Munich. Zé Roberto told Sport Bild that he would follow the likes of Jorginho, Sergio, Robert Kovac, and Michael Ballack to Bavaria, noting that there have been lots of players from Leverkusen that end up with Bayern. But get this, the last transfer from Leverkusen to Munich was Bayern Munich buying Lucio in 2004 after initially he had joined from Leverkusen from Sport Club International in 2001. Interestingly enough, Bayern Leverkusen have been resistant to selling players directly to Bayern Munich in recent years. According to Bavarian Football Works, Leverkusen have not succumbed to losing a player from their senior team in a permanent transfer to Bayern since center-back Lucio's move back in 2004. And this continues to today with Leverkusen CEO Fernando Jaro stating, "It is of course self-evident that we do not want to strengthen direct competitors in our own league with top players." And that was in reference to Bayern's interest in players like Florian Wirtz. So that is very, very interesting. And by the way, Leverkusen have even pointed this out in recent years. So that is a massive, massive point, because I think the biggest thing standing in Liverpool's way is number one, the money, but number two, the fact that Florian Wirtz is a German player, and German players like to go play for Bayern Munich. So that is a massive, massive deal that Leverkusen, I didn't know that, Leverkusen have not sold to Munich in 21 plus years. By the way, have you heard the rumor that John Henry has welcomed or has told Michael Edwards to come to Boston to finalize or at least propose this deal to him? John Henry apparently likes inking big deals in person. Listen to this. This is from Anfield sector. Apparently this is standard practice, according to a Red Sox fan. Happened with one of their recent big signings. Henry likes to sign off on major deals in person with all the facts at his disposal. And then another LFC fan, Sham LFC, said this, "Yep, Henry is a notorious negotiator and numbers man. He's also very big on in-person relationships and body language, going back to the early 2000s with the Boston Red Sox." Here's another point, guys, that I think is actually in line with Liverpool's history in the transfer market. Diaz to Barcelona is really heating up, and that could be something that funds this massive Wirtz transfer. This is from Managing Barca. This was just yesterday. Major breaking news. Hansi Flick has approved the signing of Luis Diaz. He is now FC Barcelona's top priority this summer. His signing will cost around 85 million euro. That's very interesting. I don't know if I completely buy that or believe it, but that could be true. I think Diaz makes a lot of sense for Barcelona. He is a player that fits their style really well. And by the way, have you noticed there are only positive reports coming out right now about this? I don't know that I've seen a single journalist / football personality online kind of cut this down. I mean, I could be wrong, but there are only positive reports right now. Sean Dio LFC said this, "I've been waiting for the devastating hammer blow, but every report is positive." I agree. Finally, this is just wishful and trying to beat this into my head because I shouldn't be believing these guys. I shouldn't be believing these points, but they're really interesting. This is the final one. This is a new era. This is a new era with Edwards and Hughes and arneslot. We still have the same owners, FSG, but this is a new era. And maybe there is something in the air, some magic in the air with Edwards, Hughes, Slot, and FSG, and they finally figured out how to convince John Henry to open that wallet of his and start to spend. By the way, Liverpool are worth nearly $6 billion now. So maybe there is some numbers games with Michael Edwards and his team of analytics nerds to go in and talk to John Henry and say, hey, here are the numbers. Here's the case for why this makes sense. This is going to only make you money in the future. This is only going to increase the value of your asset. And I think John Henry would be crazy not to do it. So I would love to know what you guys think. Honestly, get your comments in below. I need to know how the fan base is thinking about this. Do you think this is possible, or do you think it's a load of garbage? Like I said just a few hours ago, get your comments in below. As always, up the Reds.